Hey, celebrity news fam. If you thought the world of hip-hop and Hollywood was all glitz, glam, and luxury jets, buckle up, because today's story is about to shatter that illusion. Wendy Williams, the queen of bold truths and fearless commentary, just stepped into a federal courtroom and dropped one of the most explosive testimonies we've seen in decades. We're talking under oath revelations that tie together some of the biggest names in entertainment, Diddy, Jay-Z, Oprah, and reveal a shadowy web of power, silence, and cover-ups. This isn't tabloid fodder or rumor mill chatter, this is legal testimony, backed by evidence, emails, and first-hand accounts that peel back the curtain on an industry that's long protected its biggest players at all costs. Whether you love Wendy or think she's been controversial, today, she's the whistleblower, the voice for those silenced, and the living proof that sometimes the truth does come out. So grab your popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and get ready for a deep dive into one of the most jaw-dropping stories shaking entertainment right now. Let's start by setting the stage. Wendy Williams is no stranger to controversy. For decades, she's been the voice who dared to say what others only whispered about. From radio shows to daytime TV, she carved a niche as the queen of hot topics, where her candid takes made her a household name, but also a target. Back in the early 2000s, the media landscape was very different. Gossip was just beginning to explode online, and radio was still king. Wendy's fearless reporting on hip-hop's biggest stars put her on a collision course with powerful moguls who didn't like being called out. For those unfamiliar, Wendy's journey wasn't easy. Beyond the bright lights, she faced lawsuits, industry blackballing, and personal attacks. But unlike many who'd retreat, Wendy dug in her heels, fueled by a mission to wake people up. She wasn't interested in sensationalism, she wanted the truth. Now, fast forward to today's courtroom drama. Wendy isn't just repeating gossip anymore, she's presenting detailed, documented testimony, supported by emails, transcripts, and personal accounts. It's a far cry from the radio host days, and her calm, deliberate demeanor in court shows just how serious this moment is. This is Wendy Williams reckoning a chance to rewrite her legacy not as a loudmouth, but as a truth teller who fought an entire industry's silence for over 20 years. Did you know Wendy was once called too hot for radio? Some insiders say stations pulled her from prime time simply because her stories threatened powerful sponsors. That kind of censorship isn't just old school media drama, it's the start of a much bigger, darker story she's unraveling now. Okay, let's talk about the man at the center of this storm, Sean Diddy Combs. Love him or hate him, Diddy's impact on hip-hop and entertainment is undeniable. From launching Bad Boy Records to becoming a billionaire entrepreneur, he built an empire. But Wendy's testimony paints a very different picture. She described Diddy as not only a powerful mogul, but someone who allegedly orchestrated a culture of intimidation and silence. She talked about how every time she exposed one of his misdeeds, whether it was mistreatment of artists or shady industry dealings, there were swift, coordinated attempts to shut her down. Sponsors pulled out, networks blacklisted her, and there was even an alleged incident where a girl group was reportedly sent to intimidate Wendy outside her radio station. It's wild, but that's the kind of pressure that keeps these stories buried. Wendy said bluntly, "You can blackball me, you can threaten me, but you can't erase me." And now, under oath, she's showing the world why that fight matters. Diddy's infamous parties, often glamorized in music videos and pop culture, are under scrutiny too. According to Wendy, these were far from innocent guests. Signed NDAs, phones were confiscated, and medical staff were on hand to recover those involved. This paints a grim picture of carefully orchestrated control and secrecy. Now, Wendy didn't stop at Diddy. She took aim at Jay-Z, another titan of the music world, by revisiting one of hip-hop's most whispered, about relationships, his connection with Foxy Brown. For those who might not know, Foxy Brown was a teenage rap sensation in the 90s, and Jay-Z was already an established artist. Wendy highlighted lyrics from Foxy's debut album allegedly written by Jay-Z that raised serious questions about age and consent. She described lavish gifts, shopping sprees, and a grooming dynamic that many have suspected but few dared to discuss publicly. And then there's the rumor of a missing tape, a scandal that was reportedly buried after Foxy Brown's home was burglarized and evidence disappeared. Wendy left it hanging, but you can bet the courtroom caught every word. This segment ties into a broader conversation that's gaining traction in the industry about power, imbalances, exploitation, and the culture that allows it to thrive. This discussion echoes current conversations about other high-profile figures facing allegations, showing how systemic these issues are and how long it takes for the truth to break through the noise. Here's where the story takes a truly chilling turn. Wendy detailed Diddy's infamous freakoff parties. Now, if you've heard about these before, you know they're legendary in hip-hop lore. But Wendy's testimony paints them as something far darker. According to her, these weren't just wild parties, they were operations with strict security protocols. Phones confiscated at the door, guests signing NDAs, rooms assigned, even medical staff on standby. She shared accounts from people who attended and left, shaken describing a place where attendees were told what to wear, who to touch, and how to behave. The prosecution also introduced evidence of 1,000 bottles of baby oil found at these events, a bizarre but telling detail that Wendy once joked about on air but now stands as disturbing proof. This wasn't just partying, this was a systematic, organized culture designed to control and silence. Did you know that some of these parties have been referenced in rap lyrics and industry gossip for years? Now, for the first time, those rumors are being verified in court, adding a new layer of gravity to the stories hip-hop fans have whispered about for decades. Wendy also opened up about Cassie Ventura, the model and singer once linked to Diddy. While many remember Cassie's glamorous music videos and red carpet appearances, Wendy revealed a much darker reality. She testified that Cassie was a scared young woman trapped in a relationship defined not by love, but control and isolation. Wendy's testimony included chilling stories about Diddy allegedly hacking Cassie's phones, showing up unannounced at hotels and homes, and using private security to keep tabs on her. She even recalled a clip from an old interview where Cassie flinched visibly at Diddy's raised voice, something the public had interpreted as nerves, but Wendy knew as trauma. This segment exposes the often unseen side of celebrity relationships, where power dynamics become chains and escape seems impossible. Cassie recently resurfaced in the news discussing her journey of healing and independence, which now, in light of Wendy's testimony, takes on an even more powerful meaning. It's a reminder that behind the glitz, real people are fighting for their freedom. And finally, Wendy dropped a bombshell naming names beyond hip-hop, including Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, as part of a broader list of untouchables in Hollywood. She described a secret industry ecosystem where NDAs, crisis PR firms, and silent agreements protect powerful figures at all costs. Emails were read aloud in court, showing coordinated efforts to silence and blackball Wendy and others who dared to ask questions. Wendy even shared a private conversation with Oprah about abuse, only to later discover her abuser was appearing on Oprah's show while she herself was being pushed out. This revelation is shaking the foundations of Hollywood's image as a haven of empowerment and truth. With Hollywood under increased scrutiny for handling abuse allegations, from the Me Too movement to recent high-profile trials, Wendy's testimony adds a new, raw chapter to the ongoing fight for accountability. It's a story about how power, money, and silence can protect even the most untouchable until someone brave enough breaks the cycle. So what does all this mean? Wendy Williams' testimony isn't just a personal victory, it's a seismic moment in entertainment history. She's shown us that decades of whispers and rumors were never just gossip. They were warnings ignored by many, but now backed by cold, hard evidence. Diddy is on trial, yes, but the real trial is of an entire system that allowed abuse to thrive unchecked. And Wendy? She's sending a clear message. Silence is no longer an option. If you want to stay on top of this groundbreaking case and hear every update, every behind-the-scenes scoop, you know what to do. Hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments below, who shocked you the most, and subscribe with notifications on, so you never miss a beat. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the truth takes time, but it always comes out.